Hello, and a warm welcome to all students of the Europe Hotel School. In today's session, we're going to tackle something absolutely critical in any new F&B project, that all-important transition. We're talking about how you take all that amazing energy from a grand opening and transform it into a real legacy of excellence, one that lasts for years and years.
So, I want you to picture this. You've just pulled off a spectacular launch. I mean, the press is buzzing, the energy is absolutely electric, the opening team was flawless. But then, what happens? What happens when all that confetti is swept away and those expert project leaders, well, they pack their bags and leave? Answering that question right there is really what separates a good F&B leader from a truly great one.
Okay, let's break down exactly what's happening here. You've got two very different phases. On one side, you have the launch phase. It's all about intense focus, deep expertise, and just precision. It's all driven by that highly skilled opening team. But then you look at the other side, the post-launch phase. That team leaves, and with them, a massive amount of knowledge just walks right out the door. And that's exactly when you start to see it. Inconsistent service, standards begin to slip, and all that opening day magic, it just starts to fade away.
And this is the core challenge we're talking about: how to avert that performance cliff. You know, it's that steep, sudden drop in quality and consistency that can happen the moment that launch energy disappears. And let me tell you, learning how to prevent this, it isn't just a nice skill to have. It is one of the most critical competencies for any strategic leader in the F&B world.
So what's the solution? Well, it lies in a process of what we call codifying excellence, and we do this through a really powerful strategic tool, something we call the F&B playbook. Now, I want to be clear, this is not just another dusty binder sitting on a shelf. It's the key. It's how you preserve the very DNA of your operation.
Okay, so what is this playbook exactly? Well, the simplest way to think about it is as the master reference manual. It takes all of those notes, all the temporary systems, all the plans from the opening, and it turns them into permanent standard operating procedures, or SOPs, as you'll hear them called. It becomes the one single source of truth for how absolutely everything gets done.
You know, I really want to pause on this quote, because it truly gets to the heart of everything we're discussing. The playbook is the legacy of the pre-opening project. Think about that. It's so much more than a manual. It is the actual mechanism that ensures all of that hard work, all those brilliant ideas from the launch, that they continue to drive the operation long after the opening team has moved on.
All right, so now let's get practical. Let's actually look under the hood here. What are the essential parts of this blueprint for success? We're going to break down the anatomy of what makes a truly world-class F&B playbook. Basically, the whole structure is built on 5 core pillars. And let me be very clear, these are not optional. These are the non-negotiable sections that have to be there. They form the complete operational knowledge base for your entire concept. Together, these 5 sections give you that complete 360-degree view. First up, you have concept and culture. This is your why. It's the unsung soul of the entire operation. Next, you've got your administrative SOPs for things like HR and finance. You know, the engine room that really keeps everything running. Then, of course, you have your front of house and back of house operations. That's everything from the guest-facing performance to the precision in the kitchen. And finally, cross-departmental protocols. This is what makes sure everyone, and I mean everyone, works together as one cohesive team. So once that playbook is complete and the operation has proven itself to be stable, then it's time for the final handover. And again, this isn't just some casual goodbye or a quick pat on the back. No, this is a formal, critical moment. The transfer of command from the project leader to the permanent management team. And this is a process you absolutely cannot rush. It has to follow a very clear professional structure. Step 1. The playbook has to be 100% complete and signed off by management, no exceptions. Step 2. You have to confirm stability. That means making sure the operation is running smoothly, consistently. We usually look at around the 90-day mark for this. And only then, once both of those conditions are met, do you execute that final step, the formal transfer of command.
And believe me, this is way more than just a handshake. We're talking about the transfer of critical, tangible assets. You are physically handing over the completed F&B playbook. You're handing over the master keys, all of the final vendor contracts, and that final variance report that shows exactly how the opening budget performed. It's a complete transfer of everything: the knowledge, the legal responsibility, and the physical control of the entire operation.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, all of this, the playbook, that structured handover process, it's all designed to lead to one single ultimate goal, ensuring sustainable excellence and ultimately defining your legacy as a true leader.
You might be thinking, why go through all this trouble, right? Well, here's why. This entire process, it's the bridge. It's what connects the success of the launch team to the long-term operational team. It's what guarantees that your standards continue, and it prevents the entire operation from just sliding back into chaos. And maybe most importantly, it protects the massive financial investment that was made in the opening in the first place.
And I want to make this point very clear to all of you who are watching. This is not just some abstract theory. This systematic approach, creating a comprehensive playbook to ensure knowledge transfer and long-term consistency, this is a core competency that is taught right here. It's a fundamental part of the structured methodology of the Europe Hotel School.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. As you move forward into your careers, you are going to be the ones leading these exact kinds of projects. And when that day comes, you're going to face a choice. Are you going to be the leader who leaves behind chaos, or the one who built a lasting legacy of sustainable excellence? The choice, ultimately, will be yours.